when you're young, you don't have an understanding of time, which is normal. Part of life is maturing. But as you get older, you try to find balance in life or get a grasp on understanding life, navigating life, making your life better. You get the midlife crisis where you wake up, half your life is gone, and you're trying to figure out what do you need to change and do to make your life more exciting, healthy, etc. And one of the things as you get older, maybe midlife, you start to look at time differently because half your life is over. So you realize that, yeah, look, time is very important. How you spend your time, who you spend it with, how you get compensated for it. This came to my mind again when I have been thinking about home bases. And the one home base is about an hour away from the beach, a piece of property. And so I said, well, if I buy that property, 2 hours out of my day are almost guaranteed to be on the road. And I think about, is that the best use of my time? About a year or so ago, Elon Musk sold all his possessions, and he was on the Joe Rogan show. And Joe Rogan had asked him, why did you sell everything? And he said, well, at this point in my life, I have to evaluate how I spend my time. And he goes, is my time best served building a house, taking care of a house? Or is it better served spending more time with Tesla, SpaceX, etc.? And, that's what we all have to decide. What what's a priority? What are our objectives? And where do we value our time? Is it worth it to spend more money to get back more of your time? If I spent more money to buy a place closer to the beach, I buy back 2 hours of the day. So is that worth it? Well, it all depends, right? It depends about your other priorities in life. But it's an interesting thing. Chris, great to see you on the members chat, brother. Love to you. Good to have you here tonight. Jason, love to you. Hey, Sam, hope all's well. Shout out to you. Shout out to my nomads, both nomads. ESP, we got 3 nomads in the house. When you're a nomad, you got more time. I think about that too. I've owned a house for 15 years. I've been a nomad for 4 years. When you sell your house, you live in a vehicle, you have more time because you're not taking care of a house. Taking care of a house is almost a full-time job. Tony, great to see you. Yeah, Tony, it's going good overall. I'm glad I'm in Florida. It's very peaceful Labor Day weekend. I'm not in the crowded areas. There's tons of beaches in Florida. I'm glad I'm not in New Jersey Shore. I talked to my mom. She said, Sam, everywhere is crowded. But I'm glad I talk to my mom every day, but I'm also glad that I'm an adult and that I've learned position myself where I'm emotionally well and I can still talk and respect people I love, but I have to respect the fact that I need to put myself in a healthy situation. People destroy their life trying to be close to family, and the only thing that happens is they waste their time. They waste their time. They waste their time. And their family's not happy. They're not happy. And that's a recipe for a bad life. Chris, you support the house. It doesn't support you. Long live van life. Well, I respect that, but there's probably a balance based on individuals. Certainly, again, if you're raising a family, a house is probably best suited. Certainly, as you get older or sick, look, again, if you're single with no pets, no kids, it's a personal decision. And it's a little bit of a financial decision. Look, I went by, Chris, I went by that other RV park and I did a video. I'll be uploading it in a couple days. It's a shithole. So, it's like you live in a van, you live in a packed RV park. Is that a great life? Well, the great part about it is if you get in a bad RV park, you're on wheels. Okay, but I want to be honest. Like right now I'm in a gas station. There's been a cop circling around. One reason I'm looking to add a home base to my thing, I'm still trying to I'm being picky and I'm taking my time and I'm going to continue to do that. but I know I can add some value. I know I can buy back some of my time. You know, now the question is, how much am I going to buy back? How much am I going to spend? You know, I could buy $100,000 van and buy 1,000 trails camping pass. You know, so there's a lot of ways you can buy back time, but I have to say that if I'm going to spend most of my time in Florida, does it make sense buying a van or buying maybe an RV lot in Florida? That I'm evaluating. But right now, living in my car after 4 years, in the beginning it was worth it, but now I'm spending more time driving around to do certain things, and it's a waste of my time. I can spend more time doing other things, working out longer, developing another side hustle. There's some other things I want to do with my life, you know, that. So I just have to be very conscious on how I allocate my money. You know, my first job, I worked in the mall, working minimum wage. But then my first career job as an apprentice electrician, I made $12 an hour. I doubled my salary. I think like when I was working in the mall, I was making $6 an hour as a young kid. And then I got an opportunity to work as an apprentice electrician. I was basically like a coffee boy. But when someone told me $12 an hour, I was like, oh man, I'll take it. I didn't want to do the work. But I wanted the money. And I was willing to exchange my time. Would I work for $12 an hour now? Well, I did when I was door dashing. It's like $15 an hour. Sometimes YouTube's $12 an hour. But it's also a passion. It's also, like I say, guys, there's a lot of people that say, I won't take that job. It doesn't pay enough. Well, when you take a nap, you don't get paid anything. When you don't work, you don't get paid anything. So if you're not going to take a job because it doesn't pay enough, you better be making more than nothing. You better be making more. You know, it's like you better be making more than they offer you. Because a lot of people waste their time. A lot of people say they value their time, they're worth more than that, but they waste it. A nap is a perfect example. So everyone has a right to do what they want. And I'm sharing with you in this video, okay, that ask yourself, what's your time worth? Not just to negotiate your salary, but like Elon Musk said, to see where you want to allocate more or buy back time. And it's a very important thing. All right, let's go back to some of these live comments. Oh, Inspired James, what's up, brother? Muscle emoji. That's what I'm talking about, guys. If I get a home base, I'm buying back time so I can do a little bit of workout in the home base too. Why? Because I'm dealing with the public too much. Even in Planet Fitness today, beautiful girls, but I'm tired of being in the public as much. I want to be able to work out, chill, without someone waiting for me to get off the machine, etc., etc. So, love to Inspire James. Great to see you. Thumbs up. Yeah, click that thumbs up. Share the video. Leave a comment, guys. We go forward. Persistence beats resisting. Showing up guarantees that you did something worthy with your time. Okay. And when you show up with a smile. Look at me, fake this smile. Okay. And live where it's sunny. Why? Clouds are a disaster. The crowded Jersey Shore is a disaster. What I want to tell you tonight, guys, live your best life. But that means you got to be intentional on how you spend your time, how you spend your money, and all the above. Good job. That's my man, Hal. What's up, brother? My man, Sam. My man, Hal. NYC did not extend the New York unemployment federal and state. Last check is on Tuesday. An old coworker hit me up yesterday and told me he took the job for $17. Good for him. I empathize. Again, when I was very young, I played that game where I got laid off from construction and I took the whole 6 months unemployment. But then when I got at that time, 6 months was the max you could be on it. At the end of 6 months, I was like, my money bag was suffering. I wasn't sure if I was going to get another job. And you learn. Guys, you don't know life when you're very young. But that's why you do things and you learn. And what I've learned is that don't quit a job till you have another job. What I've learned is if you have no job, take a job until you can find a better job. What I've learned, if you're doing DoorDash, accept 90% of deliveries, because when you're sitting in the parking lot, you're wasting your time. DoorDash, just like YouTube, they put you in a greater algorithm the more you accept. Okay. If the more you consistently upload on YouTube, the more your videos get recommended. Why? Because even though you're an independent contractor for DoorDash and YouTube, you are still basically working for them. Okay. And like any employer, you want to reward the reliable worker. You make them a top dasher, you make them a YouTube recommendation. So, because it shows that you use your time wisely. You're not on the gig economy apps wasting time waiting for $1 million delivery. I want to tell you, change your life, change your money bag, okay, and make the most of your time. Okay, wasted time is like a storage unit stuck in a 10th dimension. The 10th dimension is the time capsule of life. And there's a lot of people that have their time stuck in a storage unit. They're taking a nap, they're sitting there staring into space, consuming too many videos, consuming too much video games. I watch videos, I've done video games. So, but I'm saying you have to mature and not be addicted. Okay. And grow. Why? Because you got to live your best life. Let's go back to these live comments. Inspired James, good evening all. Inspired James, we love you. Great to see you. It's my girl, ESP. I saw on the replay at Chris that you've been a nomad for 40 years. Wow. That's what a rig. I think he had 90 rigs. Chris told me I think he had 90. Chris, you've been on the road for 40 years? Chris, if you want to share, when did you start living in a vehicle, and was your first vehicle Class B? And give us like the story on how that happened. That's a good point, ESP. I clicked your video and I clicked the thumbs up. I left a comment. Christina, hey, Christina, shout out to all my Brazilian girls out there. Just got back. Hey, everyone. Hey, you, Christina. Great to see you tonight. Good evening. Guys and girls, if I ever miss a comment, please write it again. I'm trying to make sure I see all of them, but I always like to say that just in case. Chris, ESP, I've had many rigs. I think he said he had 90. I live in a Class B now in Ocala, Florida. How? Monday is my holiday to work. Sounds like double time to me, or time and a half. Got to do 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That sounds like you're gonna, instead of being in a crowded restaurant, a crowded beach, you're gonna be working, making money, and then you're gonna be off with money when it's not crowded. That sounds like a wise decision how to spend your time. I am not mad about it. I'm happy about it. I'd rather work on a holiday and have off on a non-holiday. I'd rather make more money with my time on a holiday instead of wasting my time being in the crowded Jersey Shore or anywhere else. Guys, this is good stuff. Inspired James. Grocery haul today, he says, was $123.01 for what would have usually cost about $80 normal times. Well, it's definitely inflation. The thing is whether it's temporary or permanent. It's like everything else, guys. I mean, salaries gone up a little bit. Interest rates are low. The Fed is pushing inflation. However, guys, we're not gonna know. The main thing that's pushing inflation is the interest rates are low. The supply is low. So when the workers go back globally and supply chains come back online, and if interest rates normalize a little bit, then we'll see where inflation ends. So that's kind of where we're at with that. But I hear you. It's true. ESP at Chris, thanks for sharing. Tony, yeah, everything's gone up during the pandemic, but so has bands rate. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, it's like it's a wash. It's a wash, or I still think it's a net raise on expenses, house expenses, rent, etc. But it's like, you guys all know, what'd your grandma say? What'd your grandpa say? I remember when I went to the movies and it was $2. So guys, inflation is nothing new under the sun. Now there's just a way to complain about it online. But it is a real threat, like everything. But at the end of the day, guys, it's their game. Okay. It's like, so, we can only do so much. Inspire James. Home base means a set for your fans only stream. Yeah, well, I'm laughing. I get you, man. I love you, James. Yeah, when I do a fans only, no, that's not my gift. If I had a chiseled six pack and I looked like I felt like I was stunning naked, I would do it. There's some girls out there that look good now. Okay, they might as well get it in as long as they're not going to destroy their reputation in their life. But guys, you use what you have. My gift is my gift of gab, so I use that. But I'm not the fans only freak. If I was though, again, I have no problem with it. It's like everything. As long as the person's straight up, yeah, I got no problem with that. But that's not my thing. If I get a home base, I'm buying back time. Now, if I get the countryside lot, I'm losing 2 hours a day. But I'm on my trajectory for my phase 3 of my nomad plan, which is early retirement, or at least being positioned that if I ever get laid off or if something bad happens with my main job, that I am able to live off the gig economy, YouTube, and my own personal investments if I wanted to. At 41, I'd probably get back to some type of corporate job because I still want to make sure that I have enough buffer when I'm in my 60s. Guys, I don't want to be struggling in my 60s. I don't want to be telling you about how to eat out of a can, how to go to the Dollar General, how to get Roku TV. Nah, I don't. That's me, and I have a right to say that, okay? And if you have a right to say, I want to talk about the Dollar General, I don't. Okay? Keith, $10 super chat. 10 singles for this stripper. Shout out to Twista. Shout out to your Florida vision. Because I want to tell you, I thought about you today, Keith. Florida's the best state. You don't need a storage unit. You don't need a house. You need to liquidate your assets. You need to drive past every Dollar General in Indiana. Secure your job transfer. Drive right to that area. Don't buy a house for at least a year. Make everyone that stayed up there hate on you because now hurricanes hit New Jersey more than they hit Florida. And Indiana, even if there's no hurricane, there's no life. Okay. You need that sun. You need those bikinis. You need no state income tax. You've been working for 30 years. Okay. Now is your time to take hold of the beautiful peninsula we call Florida. Surrounded by ocean. Okay, like this. Keith, thank you, brother. Okay. I want to tell you tonight, whether you shop at the Dollar General, okay, or whether you drop $10 on coconut shrimp, whether you watch me on Roku TV, okay, or you got a $2,000 phone, whether you eat out of a can, okay, or whether you eat out of silverware and expensive ceramic plate. I want to tell you, $2, the revenue is up. I want to tell you, get my accountant on the phone because, guys, not only are we buying back time, but we're trying to figure out how to mitigate tax liability so that we can keep that money in our pocket. Praise the Lord. Spider James. Beard, Papa Cat, Thigh money bags. Inspired James. I had a guy today tell me at the Fresh Market, very high-end market. Okay. Yeah. Guys, I wasn't shopping at the Dollar Tree today. I was at a very high-end market. And he said, man, with that beard, you look like a, what did he say? He said, you look like a Roman emperor. I said, oh, thank you. Yeah, that made me smile. Guys, a compliment gets you far. I had some nasty bitch the other day online talking about, oh, I like when your beard's trimmed. I only want to know what she looks like. I blocked her. Now, my mom said the same thing, but I love my mom. She gets the pass. I love her. My mom's beautiful. Okay. But some anonymous chick online, you get the thumbs down. Okay. And you get the block. Okay. Yeah, and shout out to my conservative accountant. When I talked to him last year, he goes, Sam, I got to get to Florida. I'm very conservative. I said, brother, you know I'm not conservative, but you know I love you. Okay. I called him recently. We talked about the RV. I love this guy. Okay, he's Filipino, very conservative though. And that's my guy. I love that guy. But we got a little bit different politics. But we bond through the love of the bag. That's true. And the love of Florida. Now, he told me that well, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to tell you this. Okay. I want to tell you this. That as you get older, you don't think about the conversation with your girlfriend at 2:00 in the morning. You think about the conversation you had with your accountant 2:00 in the afternoon. Yes. Guys and girls, okay, I want to tell you right now, okay, there is no greater relationship in the world than your relationship with your accountant. You say, what about love? I said, well, you're online at 10:00 at night. Okay. I don't know where you found love, but I want to tell you right now, guys, it don't exist. Well, I hate to say it. You say, well, I see it on TikTok. I see it on YouTube Shorts. All those people are under 30 with no kids. Yeah. Yeah. Wait till they're 50. Okay. Yeah. I would like to see some TikToks of 50-year-old married people with kids. Yeah. They won't show you that. They won't show you how the movie ends. You're in love with YouTube because the people you live with hate your guts and you hate them. They can't wait till you die so they can sell your shit. And I want to tell you today, never go where you're unhappy. I want to tell you, love is good when you're young. It's bad when you're old. I want to tell you, I thank God the Lord spared me from having kids. You do what you want. I respect everyone's right. But I want to tell you tonight, I think if you haven't had kids and you're deciding to have kids, good luck with that. That's my opinion. I'm your accountant tonight. You say, well, I can get a tax deduction if I have a kid. Guys, you hustling backwards. It's about net profit, not tax deductions. Okay? You don't go getting a tax deduction and you still end up with less net profit. You say, well, it's not all about money, it's about love. Well, I got a couple 50-year-old women I know with a nasty bitch daughter. Okay? And they hate their daughter. They love their daughter. They don't hate her because they argue, but then they're friends again. But this is why they can't have a regular relationship. Because the daughter and the mother are one and the same. Okay? And guys, this is the reality of life. You don't want to know the reality. You want to know the fantasy. You want to know the Cinderella story. I'll tell you a Cinderella story. I know a guy, great guy, hard worker, takes care of his child. Took his child to the princess theme Cinderella shit in Disneyland. Now, guys, his daughter's going through puberty and he hates them. Why? Because your children are going to hate you when they go through puberty. Why? They blame you for everything. Okay. And I've been through that. Guys, you want me to lie? Now you want me to lie. Okay. You want me to tell you your children are always going to lie? This is why you lie to everyone so they can live miserable like you. I remember working with a guy, older, middle-aged guy like me. And he had already been divorced twice. Okay. Good guy, though. I like this guy. And there was a younger guy thinking about getting married. And I told him, don't do it. That's what I told him. The other guy said, nah, man, get married, enjoy yourself. I said, man, how you going to give him that advice? Every day you come in here, you complain about your family. He goes, well, Sam, I don't want to be the only one miserable. Guys, I want to tell you tonight. Okay, we're going to go back to all these live comments. Forgive me for getting off track. Don't waste your time with a relationship that sucks, with a child that you're going to have to fight with your entire life. And you're not going to have a caretaker because they're basically going to have to put you in a home. And if they don't put you in a home, they're going to want you dead because they're tired of taking care of you. I want to tell you tonight, in a developed country, you don't need to have kids. In an undeveloped country, you need to have kids in order to survive. In a modern society, kids are a burden, not a blessing. And if you don't believe me, then why are you watching this instead of spending quality time with your kids? I'll tell you why. Because your kids in the other room, you can't stand them. You give your kid the iPhone and you walk away from them because you don't want to take care of them. I want to tell you tonight, vasectomy, birth control, abortion. That's what I want to tell you. All in one. Hit the 777s. Okay. You say inspirational nomad. How can you say that? I just did. I was supposed to be an abortion. Sometimes I wish, guys, I live a great life too. I wasn't even here. Why? Because, guys, if we believe that the earth is cursed because Adam ate the apple, guys, the Bible says the earth is cursed. Why, if you believe that, why would you bring people to a cursed earth? Okay. So I'll tell you right now, guys, I would like to just go up to the 10th dimension of heaven. But I got to deal with psychopaths. I tell you, but while I do it, okay, I'm going to take care of myself well. I'm going to manage my time. I'm going to show up. And I got 77 people watching. I got to keep doing what I'm doing. Why? Because I'm more inspired than most people. $5 super chat, Inspired James. Sam, put in the work. Transfer request for Southeast Florida. Maybe a phantom opening, but I inquired nonetheless. Let me tell you about that. Oh, let me finish reading. Cola and change in latitude. Yes, please. Let me tell you something, Inspired James. There was a guy I worked with, great guy. I think he watches from time to time. He had 2 kids. I love him, but you know, I applied for a remote job like 3-4 times. After I applied for like the second or third time, and it was like 2 years, the guy who was working with us said, Sam, I think you should maybe give up this remote job idea. You know what I said to him? I ain't giving up shit. Just like I tell the trolls that come in here to hate, watch my channel go to 100K. Watch my revenue go to 10K a month. Okay. And I'll tell you this, they don't pay you to be a troll, but they pay me to be a creator. And that's the difference between success and failure. So I want to tell you this, go flip to another fake profile because even your parents don't like you. And you don't like your parents because you feel like they gave you a mental disability. And I tell you this, you got ability, but you use your ability creating fake profiles instead of improving your life. That's why I don't feel bad for you. That's why if I was your social worker, I would deny your claim for disability. Okay, and what I would do is I would ship you to Afghanistan, let you know what real suffering about. Okay? I would ship you to the biggest shithole in this world. I would take away all your internet access. Okay, I would take away your free porn, take away your privilege of watching the internet. Okay. And then I would see how you do. And you wouldn't do good because I saw how you leave some of these comments. And you know what you would do? Once in a while, we would give you access to the internet just so you can see how much my channel grew. And then, so you really throw up ether in your soul, okay? I'm going to open up a fans only account with me and my Latina MILFs, okay? Down here in Southeast Florida. And I'm going to be having an orgy and a pile of money. And I'm going to be broadcasting live, okay? But the fans only membership's going to be $999 because inflation high as a motherfucker. And you're going to be working in Afghanistan making sinks and refrigerators. Okay? And you're going to be working for about $2 an hour, okay? And you ain't going to have no rights. And what I'm going to tell you, well, you were unthankful here, you're unthankful there, you're unthankful everywhere. And what I can tell you is I'm the most entertaining thing you ever had in your life. But just like my ex-girls, you done fucked up because I ain't in your life no more. I changed my number, okay, more than your girl changed her tampon. That's true. And what I can tell you is this, guys. Catch me, okay, before I hit 100K, okay? Because, guys, when we go to 100K, we don't go back. And if YouTube shuts down, I take these same disciplines, I apply them to something else. And if the world collapsed, then, guys, I go to heaven then, right? And if there is no heaven, then, guys, I go to Mars. And if there is no Mars, then, guys, we're all stardust, okay? And maybe this message is getting through to you, okay? Or maybe you've just been wasting time all day, okay? And you get so offended when I say I hate naps because your whole life is a nap. You don't value time. You don't value anything, you know, and that's a shame. And that's why you don't have my personal number. Damn it. I'm on fire tonight. Click that thumbs up. Share this video. I want to see Elon Musk come in here and give me $700,500 super chats, so that we can break the algorithm of my accountant's ability to dodge the taxes. Because what I can tell you tonight, guys, whether you live in a Class B or a shared apartment, okay? Yeah, okay? I want to tell you tonight, guys, you know like I know, okay? Life is miserable when you share it with an ungrateful, unproductive, uninspiring person. But when you don't value your own time and do what you got to do, you ain't got the money to pay rent by yourself. Well, yeah, that's true. So you better just be quiet after 10 p.m. and don't wake up your roommate. Yeah, that's right. That's right. What I want to tell you tonight, okay, is that 499 super chat. Loving the energy tonight, brother. What I can tell you is this, Charles, you keep doing your thing. You upload those YouTube shorts. You break the algorithm of success. And every hater you get, you only get better. Because what they don't realize, guys, is you can't repair yourself trying to break someone else. That karma comes back to you tenfold. And someone else gets your blessing. $1 super chat inspired James. Thank you for all your encouragement and positive comments, brother. I appreciate you. Never forget it. Thank you. $1 again. Damn it. Thank you, man. Thank you. That $1 reminds me of the Dollar General. Okay. Where people who didn't work their entire life, then they get to 60 years old, 70 years old, they're on limited Social Security. Oh, Dollar General super chat again. And guys, you're playing a dangerous game when you don't value time. You're saying that you're going to have more energy in your 60s and 70s than you do in your 30s and 40s. And if you think that's true, you don't spend time with people in their 60s and 70s. Or 80s. You're delusional. I hate to say it, it's true. You're delusional. The all-night gas station's popping. Cars are, a lot of cars speeding. I can't believe it. They're not getting speeding tickets. I thought about that today, but let's stay positive. All right, let's go back to these live comments, guys. Click that thumbs up, share the video. We're on fire tonight. Yeah, thank you, haters. I mean, guys, if everyone was positive, I guess the energy wouldn't be this intense. So, hey, I don't care. Keep throwing, fire on the wood, wood on the fire, whatever. Hopefully I get back to these comments in order. Forgive me if I don't. Please retype the comment if I miss one. ESP says, I like my van, Sam, because I can sit in the back and relax when I want to and get out of the public eye. No, I can understand that. I mean, definitely a van gives you more privacy than a car. I can understand that. Christina just got back. Hey, everyone. Good to see you, Christina. We love you and thank you for everything. ESP. At this moment, I'm eating dinner, relaxing in the back of my van, watching you with my heels kicked up. Do your thing, ESP. We love you. I'm in my own private world. I'm not mad at you at all. I got nothing but love for you. Of course, I've got to be out of this park by 9 p.m. That's the negative. It's like, you live on wheels, but you got to park somewhere. I'm going to do a whole video on that. So, but, there's a give and a take to everything. So I understand where you're coming from. Spire James. Hey, Christina. Spire James. What time zone, ESP? Yeah, Alaska, I think that may be Pacific. I'm not sure. Christina, extra money on the holidays for the win. Christina, you secured your health. You got to be healthy to get where you want to get. Then you showed up. But what I want to tell you is there's some people that claim they're not healthy enough to do anything, but they're healthy enough to troll. I don't fall for their bullshit either. So, remember this, okay? When you have people taking alcohol with their prescription pills, which the doctor told them not to do it, but they still did it. It's all right. Remember this. You can't change them. You can only change you. Don't waste your time. Don't throw your pearls to pigs. That's what Jesus said. Don't waste your energy on someone mixing their pills with alcohol. Don't throw your pearls to pigs because they'll take your pearls, they'll trample them, and then they'll go right back to the freezer to get their vodka. And I want to tell you tonight, may the only vodka you see be in a strip club. But I want to tell you tonight, if you're over the age of 25 or 30, definitely, and you're still in a strip club, you're hustling backwards. Okay. You should get out of the strip club, do a fans only if you got a nice body, have a main job, okay, and wear a mask when you're on fans only. However, you should do whatever you want. It's your life. Out. This is the weekend of sugar powdered shirts. Funnel cake weekend. Well, actually, that's an interesting comment. I had this big girl that used to watch me. And I'm not mad at big girls. I love everyone. And she kept telling me like how much she was a vegan. And I said to myself, she big for a vegan. Okay. You know, like the big girls, I'm a vegan. I'm on the keto diet. Even on the keto diet, that's no one talks about that anymore. But this big girl kept telling me she a vegan. I said, man, would you dip in your broccoli in powdered sugar? Okay. I remember I knew a guy, Indian guy, my guy from New Jersey. And, you know, he was Indian. His culture from his country, maybe based on his religion, they don't eat meat. So he goes, yeah, Sam, my whole life we ain't never eat meat. And I said, well, damn, you're a vegetarian. How all your family's overweight? And he goes, well, what they do is they put the vegetables in a lot of oil. Yeah, that oil's like basically liquid fat. So you got to be careful with that oil and the sugar intake. Good job. And guys, they don't even sell tropical they don't sell tropical Starburst in the gas station anymore. Why? Supply chain's down. I don't know where they make Starburst, but wherever they make them, guys, with tropical ones, the supply chain's down. Tony, yeah, Hal, I went to a state fair and I ate too many crab cakes and funnel cakes. We love you, Tony. I understand. It ain't easy. You got to enjoy your life a little bit. We love you, brother. Thank you again, Keith. I love you. You'll be in Florida before you know it. Never let anyone hold you back. Don't keep a storage unit. Don't buy anything. Keep it very liquid and flexible. Spire James, thank you again. You've been a blessing to me. I see you. I appreciate you, and I thank you. Spire James, yeah, the conservative accountant. Yeah, Ben Affleck had a movie called The Accountant. Pretty good movie. I call my accountant the conservative accountant. That's true. Inspired James, no itches for the riches. Inspired James, yeah, Emperor something. Look him up, Sam. I will look him up. I never heard of him. But I'm not. Look, that compliment made me feel good. A compliment matters. But for me, I'm not on an ego trip. I'm not in the titles. I'm into the bag, my health, and I actually would like to be I like to be in the cut. I would like to not be famous in one sense. But some people get into the power, man. Christina, hey James. ESP, Inspired James. I'm in Alaska time. They have their own time zone? The state has its own time zone. That's crazy. Basically in Russia. We're an hour earlier than Pacific. ESP, does Russia have the same time zone as you? ESP, Google what time it is in Russia and let me know if they have the same time as you. ESP, it's 6 p.m. there in Alaska. Inspired James at ESP. Ooh, like Arizona and how they don't observe the daylight savings time. Yeah, Florida was talking about not observing it either. Hopefully one day they do that. Tony, ESP, that's right. You are the part of Alaska that's all. He goes, you are in the part of Alaska with all the day. Oh, and all the night cycles. Yeah, I remember seeing that movie with Al Pacino about that. That was freaky. Like it's light most of the day, half the year, then it's dark most of the day, half the year. That would mess me up. Spire James, 9 p.m. here in the Ozarks. Shout out to the Ozarks. What's that, St. Louis area? Charles, I love you, man. Thank you again. He goes, the Lord spared me from having kids too. I can't take full credit. And I do know some good people that have kids, and it looks like on Instagram they're doing good. I mean, let's stay positive. Let's stay positive. Tony, James, daylight savings was invented for farmers, and there's not much of that in Arizona. That's why we don't use it. Yeah, that's interesting, Tony. Yeah, remember, a third world country is people who their main economic engine is farming, living off the land. America became a developed first world country, a superpower, because we had the Industrial Revolution, innovation, and technology. Without that, we'd all be farmers. We'd be a third world country, and we'd all be living house on the prairie with no free porn, no internet, no disability, no social security, nothing. You'd basically be, you'd have a lot of kids to take care of you, and you'd live like a Mormon. You'd be homeschooled, you'd make RVs for the rich people, and basically just repeat that cycle to the day you die. No, I'm good, guys. I don't want to be a farmer. Chris, I bet I got kids somewhere. Well, Chris, don't tell me that, brother. I do preach responsibility. We love you. Inspired James. Oh, yeah, I read that again. But Inspired James, I want to tell you, and I want to tell everyone out there like Keith, keep applying to the remote jobs. I remember even interviewing for one, and I got close, but I got denied. But I took it gracefully because the person who got it earned it. And I built relationships with people that I got to interview with. And that's why it's very important that, one is you handle loss gracefully, and two is you go through the process even if you don't get the job, because you're going to build relationships if you present yourself well. Florida Living. Let's stay positive. Florida Living, it's great to see you. We're in Southeast Florida. We're paying no state income tax. Okay. Revenue's up. Expenses are down. Okay, I got no kids. I am living as best I can for myself at this point in my life. Love to you, Florida Living. Inspired James. Tony, there's a surprisingly a good deal of, I don't know what that means, AG and AZ. Yes, most of the state is barren desert. Yeah, guys, if I want to me, what's the difference between Afghanistan and Arizona? Well, as far as the environment, nothing. As far as like the civil, the liberties, yeah, you got more rights in Arizona, but you're in a desert. Okay, same thing. Now, I don't want to be in a desert, guys. I want to be by palm tree. I want to be where it's wet. Okay, nice and juicy. That's what I'm talking about. ESP. At Tony, it is lighter in the summer and darker in the winter. Oof. But it is not as extreme as far north Alaska. That must be where Al Pacino did that movie. Yeah, he did a movie in Alaska about this. Well, it was about a murder mystery, but like that, they were talking about that part in Alaska. It will get dark around 9 p.m. this year. ESP, you do whatever you want. I'll love you and support you, whatever you do. But get the hell out of Alaska by October 31st. Inspired James, 25.3 subs. Well, brother, when you wake up, we may be at 25.4. Who knows? We keep going up by the grace of God and hard work. ESP. At the summer, I'm not going to say this right, Salatis, I've heard about that, like the moon sun thing. We do have the midnight sun in the Anchorage area, but not quite 24 hours of sunlight. And we don't have 24 hours of dark. But in the winter, when I was in the office, I never saw daylight. Well, I'm going to tell you like the Locks told us. If you had 24 hours to live, what would you do? Who would you see? Who would you screw? Guys, if I had 24 hours to live, I'll spend the first 7 getting the hell out of Alaska, okay? And then I'll spend the next 10 getting down to Florida. And then what do I got left? I just spent 17 hours. So 24 minus 17, I got 7 more left. I got to dedicate 1 hour to my Latina MILFs. I got to dedicate 1 hour to swimming in the Atlantic Ocean. And then I got to dedicate 3 hours to swimming in my money like Scrooge McDuck. And in the final hour, I broadcast live, because I broadcast live every day, including my last day on this earth. I broadcast live on Labor Day, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. These other psychopaths, they're lazy. They tell you about living cheap, and they take a nap, and they don't show up, and then they resent you when you talk down to the Dollar Tree. I curse the Dollar General. In the name of Jesus, I curse the Dollar General. I curse Roku TV. Okay. I don't curse the poor. I don't mock the poor. But I want to tell you, if you have ability and you decide that you're going to take a nap and take it easy and waste your time, I rebuke that. I pray for all those on hard times, all those with severe disabilities, and I never mock the poor, but I mock. Well, mock's not the right word, but I rebuke this sloshing around spirit. You've gotten so damn comfortable, so damn lazy, that you justify a nap in the name of Jesus. When the Bible says, those too lazy to work won't eat. Now I say, guys, look, I want social programs. I want you to go after your dream, not work a job you hate forever. But I want you to do something with your life. Whatever it is, you got to figure it out. So I want to tell you tonight, guys, if you ever catch me in the... Yeah, damn it! Charles, drop that mic. Super sticker emoji. And I believe he retired early as one of his dreams. Guys, I speak this not to hurt, not in arrogance, not in pride, but in motivation to go after your best life. I don't care what any of your free therapists told you after you shopped for a therapist for 3 years. There is no way in any of the dimensions in this world that you could justify wasting your time day in, day out, and somehow think you're going to get out of depression, out of poverty, out of this scarcity mindset. I don't care how many cold showers you take. I don't care how many multi-level marketing schemes you look at. I don't want to hurt you. I want to help you. If you don't understand the message, then guys, it may not be for you. Because I don't believe that I'm so good that I speak to everyone. But I also believe that I've decided when I do my channel, it's going to be not just as a side hustle, but in the vein of doing things in my truth while trying to pull myself back. Because I tried very hard this last thing to pull myself back a little bit here. But guys and girls, your best life is not going to happen if you spend another winter in Alaska. Because ESP, I love you no matter what. I think highly of you. You know that. But I want you, if I just ask you, please do this. I want you to go back. This is why it's a good thing you upload videos. I want you to go back and look at your video from last November. I remember last year, sometime in November or so, you uploaded a video and it started to get very cold, very dark in Alaska. And you said, well, next year, if this pandemic slows down, I'm not going to be here again. I'm not going to waste another year. And I always tell all my people that want to move to Florida, everyone got fat and lazy on funnel cakes all summer. And guess what's creeping up? Old man winter. And guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be living that young La Vida Loca. I know my man Milano's mad at me because I talk bad about storage units and Costco. Why do I talk bad about Costco? Because when you buy in bulk, you waste money and you overeat. I want to tell you tonight, my man Milano and Emilio, they live in Miami. They encourage me a lot on my journey. I want to tell you tonight, guys, before the cops circle the all-night gas station again, that if you don't go after your life, the life you want, get used to the life that you hate. Because if you think your mother, your therapist, or anyone else wants a better life for you more than you, and they may, like I believe my mom and people who love me, my friends or family, I believe they want me to, but I had to figure it out. You're an adult. You got to go after it. Okay. That's the message. Let's go back to these live comments, guys. Forgive me if I missed one. Tony, James, daylight saving. Oh, I read that. Chris, oh yeah, I read that. Florida living, I read that. Tony, I read that. ESP, I think I read that. Yeah, I read that. I read. Charles was the last one I missed. Isn't it great having relationships with people who try to talk you out of your dreams as aspirations? Yeah, sarcasm. Yeah, no, that's true, Charles. A lot of times people, like I remember when I first started taking a trip to Florida, I didn't even move to Florida. And I remember my father's like, well, what are you looking for? And I remember some people saying, oh, you don't want to move to Florida. What about hurricanes? Yeah, shout out to the hurricane that just hit New Jersey. I remember some people, you know what they told me? What about sharks? Guys, what? So I don't think they do it out of meanness. I think they do it for the fact that they're too fucking scared and lazy to change their life. I think they're great people, and I think some of them have better gifts than me. They're loving, they're kind, but I want to tell you, they're scared and they're unwilling to adapt. Read that book, Who Moved My Cheese, by Dr. Spencer Johnson. Christina, I don't believe in abortion. Science is such that we can avoid pregnancy with contraceptives. You must be. I remember when Inspired James told me about congenitive reprogramming. Like when you tell a psychopath, a killer, about like, yo, we can rewire your thoughts. Christina, you're right. But remember, when you're talking to an irrational person, you can't talk rational. Like if your daughter's irrational, do you think you can tell her rationally? When you're horny, we talked about this last night, when you're having sex, you're on drugs. If you ever shoot a psychopath on drugs, guys, it better be 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, because these psychopaths, they'll come after you even when they get shot. Okay. So let's continue to read show. She goes, I don't believe in abortion. I do, but I respect your opinion. Science is such that we can avoid pregnancy with contraceptives. Well, a lot of them slip past the goalie. You know how I get down. And forgive me for saying this wrong. A sterilization without murdering in the womb. Hey guys, agree to disagree. Well, I respect you and I love you, and I understand it's a contentious topic. But in my opinion, you murder someone when you bring them into this world. Because every time you bring a child into this world, they're guaranteed to die. It's a death sentence. And then they're going to suffer the same way you suffered. And a lot of people have babies because they want to dress them up in baby clothes. I think that was a murder. I think if you bring a child into this world that you know the child's going to die, maybe you'll die before them, maybe not, and you did it just to fulfill an emotional need for yourself, I think you're an accessory to murder. And so I look at it differently. As someone who was supposed to be an abortion, sometimes I don't want to be here. So I respect you, Christina. You've been nothing but a blessing to me. And I also understand that this is a very contentious issue and it makes people divide. But I got to speak. I can only testify how I feel, but I read your thing. I know you disagree with me. But guys, what type of world would we live in if there was no abortions? Okay. How you say a great world? All right. I know some people in the foster care system. Why don't you go adopt them? Christina, you're not a parent right now. Why don't you go adopt some of these kids? Not your responsibility, right? I know some people have been a foster parent. You guys got a free time. You raised your kids. Now there's more kids. So what about them? What about the kids that ain't got no one to take care of them or that just don't like life? I want you to go tell them that abortion would have been murder. So now you have to suffer in this world, okay, because we feel it's beautiful. And I guarantee everyone who tells you life is beautiful, they've been depressed, they've done drugs, they've dated the wrong person, they hate life. Okay. And they look for inspiration, they look for medication. Okay. And so I look at things differently. Now, guys, I'm not saying go out there, abortion, abortion, abortion. But I'm saying abortion got to be on the table. Got to be an option. I tell you, get a vasectomy. I tell you, tie your tubes. I tell you, use contraceptives. But, guys, I also knew a guy that pulled out a gun. I try to talk sense into him. Guys, you can't talk sense into someone when they're in a certain mindset. I learned that. So, this is the world we live in. Okay? So, everyone's got their own opinions. Tony, ESP, more power to you. I couldn't deal with that. I need to see the sun. I agree with that. Savage Sam will drop the mic. Well, thank you, James, for those great words of encouragement. But I want to share, I've been broken in life. So I may be a savage in the moment, but I'm still a human. And I thank you for that gracious comment. Chris, Sam, did you see the video I was in? No. Rediscovering America? No. Non-coastal Florida? Oh, I definitely didn't see that. When I look for porn, I don't look for sadistic, like beat you to death porn. Like, just not on my radar. And when I look at videos of Florida, like in my search engine, I don't put non-coastal areas. Even though I do look at the Florida country living lot, but I look at coastal areas. But I love you, I respect you. Check it out, singing in it. Well, I will check it out. I'll show you some love. We had a lot of fun filming. Well, I checked it out. Fun, laughter, and using your gift is a blessing. I'll check it out. Love to you, man. Thank you for the reminder. Inspired James, gotta check out your stuff, Chris. Charles, thank you again, brother. Doing the best I can. Inspired James, triple ones. Thank you, brother. The Dollar General's in the house tonight. Thank you. Inspired James, all night gas station strip club. Guys, I've been in a strip club, and I know some strippers that got an abortion. Okay, and then they end up still having too many kids. So, guys, I've seen it all. Yep. Hey, yeah, they want to lie about it. They don't want to tell you the truth. But I'll tell you right now, they done had too many kids, and they made the most of it. They love their kids. They're great parents, but they're not doing well. Okay. Because, guys, you live long enough in this world. I mean, we all fighting for it. Fighting for our sanity, our peace, our joy. But you know like I know. You know like I know. You know a stripper that had too many kids. Okay. And you know like I know she's suffering. Or he's suffering. And they're still a blessing. They're still great kids. But guys, listen, come on. What are you not going to share life with the next generation? What are you like an old baby boomer? You can't let go of the power? So you're just going to lie to people to keep the power until you die and the generation behind you has to suffer longer? Why don't you tell the truth? Let's put more resources into creating robots. We got a bunch of people that already don't want to work. The other half of the population is depressed as fuck. The other percentage of the population ugly as fuck. We got maybe 5% of people in life that are kicking ass. And even them, they suspect, okay? So, guys, come on, man. Let's at least be honest what we dealing with down here, okay? But that's all right. I know some people don't want to tell you. Inspired James, Sam, I sent one of your videos, good job, to an ungrateful friend. Tell him I have an abortion. She totally missed the wisdom. Yep. She totally had unprotected sex anyway. Yep, she totally missed the wisdom. Good job, brother. Yeah. Shout out to her. Yeah, tell a psychopath about conditive fucking rewiring. And just focus on loud, sweaty guy. Yep, shoot that gun. Yep. This is what we talking about tonight. Damn it, James, you get it. I understand life. I've been through it. Inspired James continued in Florida. Yeah, fuck that bitch. I told her to, not change the number, man. Her grasp a bigger picture. She can't see nothing, man. She gonna destroy her life. She gonna destroy her life, man. And the guys or girls, I seen both do it. I respect men and women. Yep, I understand what you're talking about. ESP. Some parts of Russia has the same time zone. That's interesting. Same latitude. That's interesting. I'm on that flat Florida land. We love you, ESP. Inspired James. Laura Ingalls Wilder, author of Little House on the Prairie, lived here in the Ozarks. Didn't she say she got molested by the head actor? Her house is on the Road of Peace. Someone Google that. Didn't someone from the House of Prairie say they got molested? I'm not sure, but check that out. Inspired James laughing at Afghanistan. Yeah, working in Afghanistan, making refrigerators now. Charles, drop that Mike super sticker. Thank you, brother. Inspired James, Sam, assist for the overwhelmingly lazy. Have you done your review of campgrounds? Thinking you'll go to the small 1,000-trail campground when I get to Southeast Florida. Only after I'm there a while, I'm considering upgrading. I got a whole playlist of 1,000 Trails parks on my channel. So check them out. There's some in Florida I've done. Look, they're okay. They're places to safely and legally park. But in the winter, they're very crowded. Very hard to get a reservation, some of them. D. Hey, Sam. What's up, D? Been busy rehabbing. Just stopped by for the night, hoping I can sell and move to Florida. D. You woke up and you are healing and you're discovering where you want to live. So you didn't make a mistake. You just made a confirmation of where you want to go. I believe in you, D. I believe you will get your house sold. I believe you will heal. We love you. We support you. Keep pushing forward. Florida living. Alaska has to be depressing. Well, for me, definitely. But I know ESP loves it, and I respect her. We just, again, like Christina, we have different viewpoints, but I respect that. Spar James. Party size Maria Counders. Lagunza going in, lasagna going in the oven. FYI. Oh, okay. Oh, you making some food. FYI, I live alone. Poor dietary choice. Yeah. But 40 is next year. Well, yeah. I hear you, man. I love you. ESP. Florida living. We have the highest rate of suicide in the country, and they're rated for the worst business. Guys, ESP, I don't know how you do it up there. I really get the hell out of there immediately. D. Hope everyone has a great holiday, D. We love you. Florida living. How do you meet Milano and Emilio? Online, through YouTube. Yeah, when I first started. Again, I think they're mad at me because I talk bad about storage units and Costco, but I love them both. They're good people. ESP. We get double doses of sunlight in the summer. Yeah, that sounds like the vaccine booster. I'll tell you right now, guys, if the vaccine makes you sterile, everyone needs to get a mandated vaccine. Because it's either that or we got to keep allowing abortions to be legal. Guys, everyone's getting a vaccine. That's it. No more debating. Florida living. Humans need sunshine. They do. But psychopaths need their alcohol, prescription drugs, and their guns. So, guys, this is the world we live in, man. Florida living. Oh, yeah, I read that. ESP. We get double dose of sunlight. I read that. ESP. Just have to make it through the winter. Yep. That's the words of the desperate. I'll tell you right now, guys, that's not a good saying. Spire James. Land of the extremes. Hey, guys, you know what I say. Mild sauce is for the meek. I'll tell you, hot sauce is for the champions. I'll take it hot. ESP. True, Ed James. David, what's up, man? Hey, Sam. I just packed up in Buffalo, New York. You definitely sold out of hot dogs. A lot of big people in Buffalo, New York. Because it's already winter up there in September. Good job, David. Way to be. Spire James. If Sam gets all the way down to this live comment, I owe him another $5 super chat. Well, brother, no, you don't. Why? Oh, my God, you already gave it to me. Oh, my God. Damn it. I'm late on these damn super chats. First super chat, $3 super chat with the super sticker of the squirrely looking at me with the googly eyes. I fed my squirrels today. Free peanuts. I am the Joe Biden, okay, of feeding squirrels. I give everyone plenty, okay? Damn it, Inspired James, thank you. And hold up, wait a minute. We got my man Journey from Jordan. He took off the words Journey with Jordan, and now his name is just Jordan. He grew up in Naples. Now he's in Destitute, Tennessee. And I'll tell you right now, Journey with Jordan, he sees so much horror in Tennessee. Even though it's so conservative, he says, Sam, I don't want tell Dave Ramsey, close ears, we got to have abortions because Tennessee's a shithole. I want to tell you, Journey, Jordan, I love you. You're doing a great job. You keep showing up. You changed your life. I want to see you one day back in the elitist Naples, Florida, where all the elite people come, including me. Jordan, so many viewers. Congrats, Sam. Hope you're well, brother. You've been a huge supporter since the beginning. I'll never forget you. I'll always shout you out, always show love and respect to Tennessee, even though I bash a little bit. I love you. Love your family. You keep showing up. Don't let anyone mess up your money. Journey, Jordan, don't let anyone mess up your money. Inspired James. Damn it, brother, $5. I make good on my bets. Well, you don't owe me, but I appreciate it. Damn it, Inspired James. You know what it is. We are breaking the algorithm tonight where passion, will, tenacity, consistency, reliability overcomes overanalyzing. You say overanalyzing, you've been talking about a home base for months. Guys, this is my money, okay? Okay? And when in doubt, I show up. When in doubt, I don't buy. So what does that algorithm get you? Well, more showing up means more money. Less buying means more money for me. So guys, every time that I overanalyze a purchase, I end up with a Scrooge McDuck surplus. Every time you idolize a psychopath who buys every home base he sees, Guys, that's not the life I want to live, okay? And I see the suffering in the bag, his Social Security's primary. Guys, I want to tell you tonight, okay? Thank you, Inspire James. Thank you, everyone watching. All my members, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go back to these live comments, guys. We're finishing up strong. Don't take it easy in the fourth quarter. Finish the game. Okay, good job. Florida Living, laughing at Inspire James. Oh, I missed some comments. ESP, True James, David. Hey, I read that. Inspire James. Yeah, I read that. Inspire James, David. Slinging those hot dogs. Money bag emoji. You know what it is. Florida Living's laughing at James. Charles, I got a coworker who's a nice guy. Says he wishes he had more friends. Here we go. Suffers from depression. Yeah, here's another guy we can help out. Oh my God, Christina, $5 super chat. Here is my 2 cents. Christina, I love you with all my heart. I respect your opinions. Please don't be hurt by my extreme, very loud screaming. I love you. I appreciate you. And I respect you. Okay? I'm just who I am. And this is why it's very hard to keep relationships. But Christina, I love you. I thank you. You keep being you, though. Christina, don't let me tell you how to live. You live how you want to live. I don't want to control people. Now, I want to be myself, but I don't want to bully people. I know I have the bully platform because I have the loudest voice in the room. But you guys know me, those who watch me long enough, to put me in context. I want everyone to do whatever they want. I understand we're not always going to be on the same page. But Christina, thank you, Christina. Love to you, to your daughter, to your family. Always want the best for you. You've been very gracious to me. Thank you. Where are we at? Slinging those. Yeah. Oh yeah. Charles was saying he knows a guy suffers from depression, smokes weed. Yeah, weed's legal now. Yeah, weed is legal. Yeah, and abortion, they talking about making it illegal. Nah, man, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, when does it end, man? I told him he can come work out and give me excuses. Yeah, man, you ain't gonna tell him nothing. Oh my God, $5, get my conservative accountant on the phone immediately. Damn it, the revenue's so high. Jack, oh my God, Jack broadcasting live from the Jayco 212 QB. What I want to tell you, like, click that thumbs up, share the video. All you haters that watch me, I want to tell you this. If you're watching me on your Roku TV, I want you to go to the Dollar General immediately. Why? Because tonight, okay, in the all-night gas station, okay, is I want to tell you thank you for making life a little bit better. $5 super chat. I'm driving down to South Florida. Can't go wrong. From New York, can't go wrong. To check on my dash. I'll do that. Should I drive straight through or take breaks? Take a break in between North Carolina and South Carolina. The worst decision I made was the first time I came from New Jersey to Florida. I took no breaks. You take one break. One night, you spend the night at a rest area off I-95 in between North Carolina and South Carolina. Good job. Jack, love it, brother. I appreciate your words of encouragement. I love that Jayco 212 QB. I think about it almost every day. Jack, when you can, you do it on your time, brother. I want you to go to the back of your Jayco where there's 3 windows. I want you to open up all those windows and get that cross ventilation. And I want you to say to yourself, we're at $101.95 revenue tonight. And then I want you to say to yourself, this damn Jayco, oh my God, it's the $49.99 super chat, bam, from my man Charles. It's that burgundy, different tax bracket super chat. Charles, what I want to tell you tonight, okay, over there in Tampa, you're staying inspired. You remember the glory days of wrestling in the 90s. You remember self-care never stops because Hulk Hogan told us to say your prayers and take your vitamins. But come to find out, Hulk Hogan was taking steroids and running a train on his wife. So, Charles, even though we've looked up to people and they let us down, I will let you down. But when you take care of yourself, self-care, go for a walk, don't take a nap, live below your means, you can get through life a little bit better. There's no perfect life. But I want to thank you, Charles. I thank everyone. But Charles is very gracious. Thank you, everyone, though, tonight. Been very gracious. Okay? And what I want to tell you is that if I decided to take a nap tonight, guys, if I decided I didn't want to show up, where would I be? Where would you be? You can never show up with entitlement, okay? But how you spend your time is your life. And sometimes you have to work for $6 an hour, $12 an hour when you first start your career. And then sometimes when you get laid off and you have no other job, you have to take any job because any money is better than no money. Because if you're not making more, you're wasting your time. If you're not making more just sitting home. And some people were making more sitting home. That's why they did. That's over now. So it's not just about money, though. It's about your energy. What do you spend your energy on? Who do you spend your emotions on? Don't waste your emotions on someone or something that doesn't matter. Not good. All right, guys. We're going back to live comments. Thank you, everyone. Jason, Sam, any advice on which vehicle to live out of? The current one you have. I'm not sure if I should ask for a small cargo van or regular van or SUV. Well, if you have any car other than a smart car, I would live out of the current car you have. Why? Don't waste money buying a new car if you don't know if you're going to live in your car long term, because you got to experience it first. If you had to buy a new car because your car's wrecked and you got no car, then I would buy an SUV, a small little SUV, because it's fuel efficient, under $30,000, brand new one. I would not buy a cargo van because then you can't DoorDash, Instacart, or Uber unless you're a contractor. If you're a contractor, then you can do side work out of your cargo van. I would consider a regular 4-door car or an SUV. SUV be top choice. Under $30,000, brand new. But that's if you have no other choice but to buy a car. My opinion. Charles, he ought to just take a nap. Well, I have compassion on people who are struggling. But I have boundaries for people who are struggling. Because there's a scripture that says, be careful when you try to pull someone out of sin, for you yourself don't get caught up in their sin. And not to say that they're sinning because they're struggling with life, but you got to be very careful when you try to help someone, because it's like saving a person who's drowning. When you try to save someone who's drowning, you can get, out of desperation, they pull you down with them. So you got to be very careful. Inspired James, truth at Charles, drop that mic. Inspired James, thank you too. You've been very gracious to me tonight. Christina, you're always gracious to me. Christina says, I adopted and raised 2 needy kids. God bless you. I give you full credit. If my health allowed, I would help more. One is I give you credit. Okay, I know a couple people who did this. I totally salute you. But 2 is, didn't you tell me you're having major problems with your daughter? So, it's like, I respect you for doing it. But last I remember, your daughter was causing you major problems, no? Inspired James. At Jason, my best bet on the smallest footprint, most reliable, most comfortable for you vehicle. Yeah, I agree. In the beginning, you want maximum flexibility as long as you're young enough and healthy enough. Inspired James. I love you, Christina. I respect Christina. Look, she's lived a life, but I still respect that. I have a different opinion, but I respect hers. Now, look, she's raised 2 kids, but again, last time I heard, just like my own mother, having problems with her daughter, just like plenty of people I know. So, it's not easy, guys, and it's a lot of suffering in this world. Hate to say it. And we have a good. Christina, I love the idea of robots. I do too. I really do. I think they're going to save humanity. I think robots are going to save humanity, not destroy it. Like some people think AI, artificial intelligence, is going to destroy humanity, but they don't realize Elon Musk, who said that, he said it may, but he's going to create robots. Don't forget that he basically went through 3 wives, because if you look, if there's his first wife wrote a book about him. Is basically he was a narcissist tried to control her, and he basically told her, I'm the dominant one in this relationship. So do I believe that? Well, there's two sides to every story, but what I believe is that fact is he's been divorced 3 times. Why? Because, guys, he would have done better with a robot wife and robot kids. Robots will save humanity. Humans will destroy it. Never forget it. Adam, good evening, Sam. Love to you, brother. Missed out on doing YouTube today. That's all right. You're doing the best you can. Had some family things. You got a lot on your plate. I totally understand. That came up, so I'm doing that on Monday. Adam, we love you. We know that you have a lot on your plate. We have empathy. We love you, brother. Hopefully I didn't miss a comment here. Charles, at Inspired James prayer emoji. Charles, never thought I'd meet a depressed person in sunny Florida. There's a lot everywhere. That's true. Florida does not solve certain problems in life. That's true. Definitely. Inspired James, thank you again, brother. You've been very gracious to me. D, this rehab is going to kill me. Chest pains lately. Again, empathy, because I do know that when your physical or mental health or emotional health is suffering, life can be tough to justify living. I've known older people. See, that's the other reason I believe in abortion. I hate to say it. I know older people that have got to a certain point in life where they said, Sam, I want to die. And I understand why. It's like, I understand. But hang in there, D. Just hang in there. I understand what you're going through, though. Inspired James. It's a Shiba Nuga, a Japanese dog. Well, I like Japanese porn. I ain't mad at that. I don't watch the porn where they bring the dog in. I think that's disrespectful. Jordan, brother, I love you all my heart. You've been so gracious to me. I love you, Jordan. Great to see you tonight. Inspired James, prayers for D. We love D. ESP, be careful, D. I agree. D, this home association wrote about me in their newsletter. Oh, that don't sound good. For giving this, squirrels peanuts and how bad that is. That don't sound good. Sick people here. It's a sick world. I told you when I was in the public park, there was a guy who said something to me about feeding the squirrels. And what did I do? I kept my mouth shut, okay? Because I realized right then, I can't do congenitive rewiring. James, what's that thing you told me to do? I couldn't do it. What type of sense can I talk to a guy who gets offended when I feed a squirrel a peanut? This fat bastard, he had a mental problem, I could tell. Fat bastard, very nasty. I didn't say anything to him. I could have destroyed him, but did I know? Why? Guys, I kept my mouth shut. I walked away from him, and then I went by myself and I fed the squirrel. But I do think about D. I'm not going to lie to you. I think about when I buy home base, do I ever want to be a part of a homeowners association again? Now, I was, and I had overall good experience, but it is true. The more people you involve with your life, the more negative it could be. Now, one of the home bases I looked at had no HOA, but there was a lot of political signs up, like everyone. So, you take the good with the bad. Inspired James, thank you again, brother. You've been so gracious to me, James. Thank you. D, thanks, ESP. Inspired James, up, up, up. Very grateful. Florida Living, does the RV salesman ever get mad that you don't buy? Yeah, I would say yes. But I know how to deal with people, and ultimately, what I always tell them is, look, it's my money. Just like I tell people who want me to make a decision online, my money. And I respect myself. Now, they don't like to hear that. What they do is they say, do you want a water? Do you want a free dollar water from the Dollar General? Because they give you a free water at the Dollar General, they want you to buy a $100,000 RV. Guys, I would have to go to the RV dealership 100,000 times, okay, before I would even feel close to bad, okay? So, guys, yeah, they can tell me what they want. I'm a strong-minded motherfucker. So, even though I've been broken, but I tell you, I ain't falling for no banana in the tailpipe. I said, no, motherfucker, I don't want this one, all right? Thank you. Christina, I love you again. I love you, Christina. You're a blessing. Inspired James, I prefer to be here tonight instead of the bar. That's a good decision, in my opinion. A rowdy house party full of drama and, road swinging, banging fools. Yeah, I agree with that. Me too, Inspired James. Thank you. Inspired James, at Christina. 2 cents adjusted for inflation. Christina has been nothing but gracious to me. We love you. We love you, James. Thank you both. BLM, again, thank you for that great tip. And again, take a break in between North Carolina, South Carolina. Jack, you've been so good to me. Thank you, brother. Shout out to your travel trailer. D, thanks, James. Charles, man. You tore it up, man, tonight. Thank you so much. Christina, wishing you the best, D. I agree. Be safe. Inspired James, at Charles, blew the place up. You all did, and I appreciate it. Christina, bam. Christina, we love you. Inspired James, yeah, birthday cake emoji at that cake. ESP, wow, Charles, is amazing. And thank you, too, again, Cartoon Mark. And well, was that Charles also the other night? You know, when I had the speeding ticket last week, you guys were very gracious. Thank you. Inspired James, evening inspirational abundance. I'm grateful. Thank you. Adam, Charles, you're the man. Everyone's been gracious to me. D, thank you, Christina. Chris, thanks. Oh my God. Oh, guys, why are you not telling me that I'm in the 11th dimension of being late on this Cartoon Mark Transformer getting me over the 6-digit hump tonight? Cartoon Mark, you found the Transformer Super Sticker $49.99. Brother, forgive me for I have been late on the acknowledgement. But I am always on time when I tell you, sell your house in upstate New York, move to Florida, paint your caricatures for everyone in Spanish Lakes, and everyone who hates on you for living in Spanish Lakes. You just smile, you sit under a palm tree, you pay no state income tax, and you go after your creative passion. You go, you have your coffee in the morning, you go for a nice walk in the afternoon, you come back to your house, you do some drawings, you have no maintenance, you have the HOA take care of that. Then at night, you go for another walk, then you come back and we celebrate in Cartoon Mark. I thank you. My conservative accountant thanks you. And what I want to tell you tonight, if there was a caricature right now of my conservative accountant in New Jersey, he would be drawing money overflowing into my direct deposit. And all the haters, okay, looking at their empty money, shopping at the Dollar General, hitting that thumbs down. So what I want to tell you tonight, log off your Roku and get online where you can click the thumbs down. But if you are my conservative accountant, just know that we're going to have a virtual meeting soon. Cartoon Mark, thank you. Thank you. Great Transformer sticker, by the way. I very much appreciate that. Inspired James, brother. All your super chats have added up to the overflow also, man. But now, oh my God, I've seen the light. Guys, $50. Oh my God, fireworks are popping. The pennies are dropping. Okay, guys, we are in such a dimension. We're in the 13th dimension. What is the 13th dimension? Guys, when your revenue has gone so high, okay, all the haters, they don't even understand. They're trying to figure it out. Like, there's not even that many people in the live chat. How is he doing it? Guys, Moses parted the Red Sea. My super chats are red, okay? Everyone has a different gift, okay? And so what I want to tell you tonight as I part, okay, the Dollar Tree from the red super chats, okay? What I want to tell you tonight, guys, is that the revenue has exploded, okay? And thank God that when I explode, it's not inside, guys. I don't want kids. I don't want any kids, guys. That's it. Let's stay positive tonight, guys. Let's make it. Guys, I gotta file quarterly taxes now, guys. My revenue's so high. Okay? So I want to tell you tonight, I know some of you so broke you don't even file taxes, I hate to say it. So, guys, look, let's stay positive, all right? Let's take a hydration break. The money's out of control tonight, guys. It's on fire, all right? Whew. Damn, man. Thank you, everyone, man. Thank you, Inspired James. Thank you, Cartoon Mark. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, everyone. Oh my God. It's the abundance overflow, brother. Adams, Charles, you at D. Thank you, Chris. Thanks, Sam, for a great Saturday. Thank you, Chris. I got that video coming for your RV parks coming up in the coming days. It's a shithole. Don't go to that one. Inspired James. Hello, Adam. Inspired James, all them crabs in the bucket. I almost ran over a crab tonight. They come out at night and they try to walk across the street. ESP. I do gig apps in my compact cargo van. Yeah, she has an MV200. I would recommend that as a possibility. Same gas mileage as a family van. Yeah, I would say you want to average 25 miles per gallon or better. If you can average that in a small cargo van like an MV200 or a Ford Transit Connect, I would say that's acceptable. Cartoon Mark, brother, thank you again, man. Thank you. Adam, hi, Inspired James. Inspired James, Cartoon Mark, unbelievable. Inspired James doing that banana in the tailpipe just for extra measure. Oh, Charles, the psychopath's thumbs down, anything good. I'd say they're at the Dollar General, just mad as hell. They don't even know what aisle they're in. Sunsets, puppies, bunnies, hugs, anything. Guys, head to your nearest Dollar General, get the free Wi-Fi, click that thumbs down. Inspired James, brother, that's me going to Mars and then coming back and saying, damn, Mars need a lot of construction workers, and I don't want to work construction anymore. I'm an elitist. Get me back to Earth. Charles, yeah, Inspired James, it's unbelievable. Christina, love seeing Sam all happy with these gifts. Wow, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Christina. Inspired James, peer pressure is real. Well, guys, no, I'll tell you straight up, no peer pressure. I'm just doing me. I'll do the same. No one comes in here or whatever. Adam, damn, hell yeah. Money bag so overflowing. Inspired James, yeah, it's amazing, man. We're all revenues so high up. Christina laughing, laughter's good for the soul. D, super night. It's a blessing. ESP, straight fire and money bags. Oof, so tough. Inspired James, best Saturday night ever. It was a good one. I wasn't expecting it. I just keep showing up. Some nights are good, some nights are bad. But you keep showing up, you do the best you can. Inspired James says, I think Sam had an orgasm. Guys, I cream pied myself. It's true. Why? Because, guys, the money makes me horny and a kid makes me sad. So even though I'm good with kids, I'm better. I'd rather have money. Okay. You say inspirational nomad for Christmas. Do you want to spend time with the kids or time with your money? I'll be spending time with my money this week. So guys, everyone has a different life to live. I know some people like their kids. I love kids, but I'm single and I'm just trying to do the best I can. Inspired James, thank you. Keith, made it through another day. Hard work with the grace of God. 100, totally agree. Thank you, everyone. Very grateful. Thank you.